Hey, um, this topic of street harassment seems to be needlessly controversial, in my opinion, because people would start making these points that there is nothing bad about it and it's street harassment, it's not actually harassment, it's just something else, and that is actually good and stuff like that, and you just like should change your attitude and stuff like that. So I'm going to talk about each point I heard being made. So the first one is, well, it's just people meeting each other. It's okay, it's normal social interaction. Like, what do you expect? Like, how else should people behave? Why should they behave differently? What I have to say to that is this. Again, I assume that most people outside on the streets don't have some sort of medical condition. I assume that they understand what each situation entails. I assume they understand and can read people reactions. I assume they understand the language in which they are interacting. I assume they are just normal, regular people, the majority of them. I assume they're not idiots. So, with that, I'm going to continue. There are actually the places and the times and the ways in which you can meet people and not harass them. Like, for the places, it's, say, some holiday town in Spain where people are walking lazily, like enjoying the nature and the town and the sun and the sea, and they're obviously open to interaction and to meeting new people. It's like the place where people should meet each other, where it's expected to happen. Actually, those places sometimes they have even a special name. They are described as places to meet other people. Or like in your town or in your city, usually there is a place where people go when they walk leisurely, when they want to leisurely walk. Like, it's usually in the center or like in some another nice area. It like has some parks and cafes and some sort of a promenade, and it's usually in the evening when people go there, and there again they're like looking at other people, being like walking lazily, being very open and not busy, not occupied at the moment. So those are the times and the places to engage in those meeting conversations. And yeah, there are certain ways in which people are expected to interact in a social situation, and if you're like confused about it, what you can do, it's like the very easy way. You can go and buy a phrase book for your own language, and you can look, and you will most definitely see there some advice that professional linguists gave to foreigners who come to a country, how to engage your people in conversation, how to address them politely, how to address them in an appropriate way. So you can read that and use that if you can figure it out on your own. So another point I heard is that, well, like, what do you want? Do you want human race to go extinct? How do you think your parents and grandparents met if they weren't allowed to harass each other at the streets? You wouldn't have been born. And that point really puzzles me, because I really have no idea why would you say that, unless you have no knowledge of history, and you don't understand, you have no knowledge of sociology, or you cannot use fucking Google, because meeting at the streets, I'm not even talking about harassment now, that should be even more rare, but people meeting on the streets is by far not the most common way to get together, to get yourself a partner. Like growing up together, or working together, or studying together, or having another shared social circle, like having common friends. This is the most common way to get together, to get yourself a partner, not meeting random strangers on the street, and even more so not being harassed by random strangers on the street. And if you're like going back in time and making this claim, you should really start using Google, because you know, back in the day there was the thing called arranged marriage, and it was a pretty common way to get yourself a family, you know, not being harassed on the streets. Sorry, no. And the third point, which is I guess even more popular among people who think that street harassment is something good, is it's a compliment. Now again, I really don't understand why would you say that, because compliment is not an opposite of harassment. Compliment is opposite of cursing or scolding, or I don't know, using swear words. So compliments are nice words said to a person, and opposite of that is bad words said to a person. Harassment is actually opposite to being left alone, not being bothered by somebody else. That's the opposite of harassment. And you surely and you easily can harass somebody with not only bad things, bad words, but with good things and with neutral things, with whatever. I can go out and start reciting English alphabet at people, and I assure you, I promise you, they will get upset, they will feel harassed. And yeah, so that point it's just stupid. And I have a guess that like all those people, they understand that like if they are breaking the politeness laws, they're not idiots, they are just they're choosing to ignore those norms and rules. And in this case, you're you are just trying to ignore another fact of our lives. We don't like being bothered or harassed, even if it's the nicest thing you're offered. Say a person knocks at your door and they offer you to get the ticket to heaven. Are you happy? Do you like Jehovah's Witnesses knocking on your doors? Are you like fucking happy to see them? Or are you like most people who don't really like that, who are not happy when a religious group approaches them and tries to sell their religion to them? Or maybe people maybe you like when you walk somewhere and there is like a selling point and a seller jumps at you and tries to catch you by an arm and sell their shit to you and like shout at you and just being very aggressive and stuff like that. Maybe you enjoy that, or maybe again you're like most people who get annoyed at it. Is it just this this particular area where you think the same reasons don't apply, that just street harassment is somehow different from other types of harassment that which don't include the sexual undertones in them? There is a great divide between them. There is none. It's the same fucking thing. And if you don't like Jehovah's Witnesses knocking on your door, or weird sellers of shit who won't leave you in peace, then you should understand that it's okay for me to be unhappy about people having their fun at my expense. But what I also want to add here, maybe somebody is not convinced by the things I said. Maybe you think, yeah, this is like this is actually the way people should behave. There is no norms of politeness broken here. It's actually compliments, it's a nice thing, and it's just like the best thing in the world that can happen to a person. What I have to offer to you is this. You can send me your home address and your phone number and your full name, obviously, and from this point on I'm going to refer people who harass me to you, and that will obviously make you very, very happy. I'm also guessing that you will not be able to get any shit done and you will be very, very busy for the rest of your life, but you're going to get all those nice compliments and you're going to be happy and I'm going to be happy. So this is the best solution here to this problem. Yeah, just excuse me. So having said all that, I want to end this video with this. I don't think there should be laws against street harassment. I think there should be some laws against harassment that borders stalking, because yeah, there should be some laws against stalking people. But the regular types, the more benign types of street harassment, there should be any laws against that. Though those drivers, they really should lose their licenses. They just shouldn't be driving, maybe not even bicycles. What I think should happen, it's not the ban on street harassment, not some fines or jail time for harassing people. What I think should happen is the change in attitude towards it. So now when a person is harassing somebody, a portion of people will disapprove, a portion of people will just close their eyes and try to ignore it, and a portion of people sadly will think, yeah, this is good, this should happen more often. I think what should happen is this. I think that people who see somebody harassing another person, they should see a harasser as a steaming pile of shit, and get really disgusted by it, and make it obvious to a harassing person, the person who's doing the harassing. They should make it obvious in a conversation and in the situation itself. So the attitude should change, not the law. And yeah, with that, I'm leaving you with that. See you next time.